Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Hey, this ain't no purse. I'm the big deals. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
Blah. It's the Monthful Podcast, Money Up, No Funny Up Podcast.
New Eminem album.
How dare you try to be funny without that money podcast? Litty Litty Gang Gang Fantissimo out here in the streets. You feel me? Off top. Man, what we talk about, B?
New Eminem album. Check this out. So this is how we gonna do it. What is it? 21 tracks?
21.
21. Well, for the next
21 days.
For the next couple videos, we're gonna be breaking down this new Eminem project, because a reaction is one thing. That's like your initial feel, but I like these because it's kind of like you take a second and you get to digest the song and then talk about it. So after you watch this, make sure you go to the Monthful Prophet channel, go to the Scrufacejean channel, and watch the reactions, and vice versa if you've already watched the reactions and you came here from those videos. What's up? Today we're going to be talking about the lead video off the project called Darkness. Now, the Eminem project, I'm not even going to say the name because it's YouTube going to mess around and yellow the video for no reason, but music to Bing, 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 Bop. You know what I mean? So it's a flip on Alfred Hitchcock's title. So what did you think about the thing?
At first, I wasn't sure what he was getting at. At first, like, going into it, I was like, okay, obviously I could tell that it was going to be very somber from the beginning. I could tell that his energy wasn't going to be as high in the song, and I didn't. Actually, what's funny is at no point of the song did I feel like the beat was going to just start breaking down and he was going to start, you know what I mean, like going crazy. It felt mellow through and throughout. So my initial thoughts was just really like, at first I was like, where is he going with this? And then the moment that I saw the camera being set up with the plate thing, I was like, okay, I think he's talking about the whole Vegas situation right now.
Well, it's weird because, one, I think it's going to be one of Eminem's biggest songs. Two, this is one of Eminem's most powerful songs. And three, when I first heard it, I was like you. It's a 6-minute song, right? So 6-minute video at least. I didn't quite understand it. Like I didn't quite understand what he was going for. Like at first, but I think it was the genius of the song, because the song, if you pay attention throughout the entire thing, he's making metaphors of shooting. And either he compares it to like abuse of some sort, right, whether it be alcohol, whatever, or fame. The first verse, he's equating a lot of fame to that shooting, which you wouldn't think those two things.
Yeah, that's why at the very beginning I thought he was talking about him with like the when he was loading up the bullets and he was talking about the scope when he was touching the scope and the mouthwash. That was just like a play on like alcoholism. It was very mental healthy. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like his biggest goal ultimately was to talk more about the mental health aspect to me than it was like the mass shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he's going through and he's rapping. I'm like, I'm not quite sure what he's talking about right here, because I thought it was going to be like another Walk on Water, where he's essentially talking about like the trials and tribulations of being in the game as long as he has and stuff like that. Come to find out, I think I noticed right the first time he said Vegas, because he said Las Vegas. I'm Las Vegas. I was caught on the wordplay. I was
the same thing. You know what I mean? Not for nothing.
I wasn't.
Vegas is a super popular place, so him just saying loathing in Vegas, like that could have just, you know, at first I was just thinking like, oh, he's just in Vegas talking about a show.
Yeah. So I heard that as wordplay in the beginning, and then I started noticing as the metaphor started getting a bit more heavy-handed. The scope one was And because with the shots, I thought he was just doing some rapper stuff.
Facts.
The Scope one started making me think like, oh snap. And then when they switched it to what he was talking about, I think it was in the third verse or the end of the second. First of all, that actor who played, I don't know how they got Louis C.K. to be in that video, but that was definitely Louis C.K. So just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. But when I heard, here's something that I gotta say about M that I said to you. I think that, I always say this, he gets a horrible break for the worst of his fan base, right? And I think it's mad unfair.
Yeah.
And I think what he does to try to counteract that is does things that to him is a risk and alienates a part of he's willing to alienate a part of his fan base that will get him to be way bigger, to show that he is something, to show that he stands for something.
Correct.
To show that, and this is the thing that I really gets me upset about people who don't like M and stuff, and people who talk about like other rappers wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't do that. They don't do that for when the stakes are lower. when you're going diamond every time and you're doing this, you don't gotta rock the boat. You ain't got to. You know what?
You just keep doing what you was doing.
Rinse and repeat, get millions and billions on billions and billions and billions of dollars, right? For him to do that BET freestyle was like a pump the brakes. And that's the first time I saw inside the Eminem fan base there be like turmoil.
Yeah.
And he lost a good amount of fans from that. With this one, he's going to lose another grip of fans. In fact, this song is going to be so easy to tear down. It's going to be so easy because it's going to be the people who are pro-gun going to tear it down. The people who hate Eminem are going to be pro-gun for something like at that moment to tear down Eminem. And then it's going to come from all angles. So, but to me, I respect that kind of stuff. To me, it's like if a gangbanger comes out and makes a song about why gangbanging is stupid and doesn't try to, that's brave. That's your whole constituency. That's like, or a big amount of it that, but if you really believe that means more to me. There's so many people who wouldn't do that because he's going to die. People are going to kill him for the song. People kill him for the song.
And I said that in my reaction too. I said the thing is that this is even like from what you expect from quote unquote Slim Shady or Eminem, whatever you want to call it. Most people are kind of used to him. You know, it's funny because one of the first things I saw this morning when I woke up before I even did my reaction. Now, mind you, right now at the time of recording this, I've only heard this song so far on the album, but I saw an article that said that he was referencing on one of the songs. He was referencing the Manchester bombings. I think it was Manchester, right? At the Ariana Grande concert.
Yeah, I think he already did that though.
Well, I don't know, but it said it was on the album. That's what the article said. And in my mind, I was just like, yo, that's crazy. And then I hear this song, and I'm like, okay, so I feel like a lot of people think that sometimes I'm going to take like a, you know, he'll use a line or something like that. And that's just kind of more goes to, I guess I'm kind of getting off on a tangent, but that kind of goes more to like you. They're just going to find something to hate. And that didn't even involve this. They did if they.
So what did they say about him saying the Manchester? Like what? Why did you bring that up?
It says, oh, the reason why I said it is because I was like, they're talking about that on a song. I mean, they're talking about, you know, him.
Was it a negative? Like, was it a negative article or a positive article?
Yeah, it was a negative article. It was a negative article, and that threw me off because when I heard this song, I'm like, it wasn't even the song that they're referencing. But in my mind, I'm like, damn, okay, so he used a line about something. Yeah, okay, cool. But then y'all completely ignore that this dude just made an entire song about situations like this.
What are they saying in the article? Are they saying that he said a line and he's making fun of it? Are they saying that he's being insensitive? Are they saying... Because I don't know what the article says.
Being insensitive.
Okay.
They're just talking about like
they're basically saying he used it as a punchline or something?
Yeah, they were saying like Marshall Mathers being Marshall Mathers, he doesn't stop there. Elsewhere in the same track, he compares himself to Saddam Hussein, and I don't even know. Ayo
I
Tama.
mean, why you like? Clearly, that's like he compared himself to Saddam Hussein. Yeah, so has all the best rappers.
No, I know, but that's why it threw me off because like that was the first thing I read, and I'm like, oh, it must be like snapping on this album in my mind, and then the first song I hear is a song that's like wild heartfelt about the exact same thing they just said he was being negative about.
Yeah, they're gonna find, but it like I said, those might not even been people who hated Eminem. It's what he's talking about is going to make people. Okay, I'll put it this way. There is enough people, even if they're Eminem fans, who put that above Eminem.
Yeah.
That even if it's a wrong stance to have and they're being mad sensitive, he that's why I say it's for him to do that is big.
I agree.
Real big.
I agree. I think that's like, I know I got off on a tangent, but that's kind of why I was like, yo, like, nigga, this song is deep, bruh. Like, bro, there's a lot of people affected by that. Like, there's a lot of people affected by, like, these mass shootings and stuff like that. And, like, bro, that's, like, more than people can imagine. Like, it's millions at this point because it happens to thousands of people, and thousands of people have thousands of relatives, which turn into hundreds of thousands of people. And then that makes other people scared. Bro, he's talking about some very, very, very important stuff. And, like, you're right. I think he is going to get some backlash from it, but I also think he's going to gain a whole new respect. I feel like he's going to gain
he got, I mean, I've always said this, but he got more respect in my eyes just for doing certain things. It's not even about really what you feel about him. It's just like, it's hard for him to get props because he's white and because he's the size he is. So people be like, oh, you're supposed to be doing that. But it's just like, man, if there was somebody like that, man, I don't know. I liked it. It's not that I liked it. It's cool that he did it. He's in his ladder of his career. What I'm liking so far of the songs I've heard, they're subtle. They're subtle. Like when it comes to the singing, when it comes subtle. He's not like, but I haven't heard all the songs yet. I've only heard 2. Right. You know what I mean? So we'll go from there.
Yeah, I definitely feel it, man. I liked it. I definitely liked it too. I agree. I think it will get backlash, but I thought that it was a good ass song. I thought it had like a lot of like different elements of it where he told like such a good story, and then the visual to go with it was really good. I thought his singing on the chorus was mellow enough to the point. I said in my reaction too, I was like, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of him singing, but I was cool with that. Like, it didn't, like, I would have been more upset if that song had somebody else on the hook than him. You know what I mean? I feel like he did his thing on that. That's me, though.
I wouldn't have been upset at that either. But, by the way, Leave It on the Flow featuring me and Mercury's Tech 9 song is out right now. Enter Fear Level 2 is out right now. We need you guys to go. Wherever you see that song, I need y'all to get the numbers the highest on that project. I need Tech 9, Strange Music, all of them to know that the people want this video to come. You know what I mean? It's going to go on the hunger for more. The hunger. So y'all just, you know what I mean? Listen, I did my part, now y'all do yours. You know what I mean?
And we going to mumful on that coming soon, too. Facts, big facts. Grr. Bop.